Hello, everyone. We are so back. We are so back. We are back in Manchester. We are back in our normal routine. We are back in our normal headquarters, our normal Mucker's office. Hello, welcome. Today we are going to be talking about Gypsy Rose. There has been something that has been happening over the past 24 hours that I need to get my thought process out on, and I want to tell you where I'm at with it because it's really confusing and there's so many different things that are happening online. God, it feels so good to be holding this pink little gay ass mic again. Do you like my nails? I got them done Midnight's Taylor Swift. I know I asked everyone what color I should do and a lot of people said blue if it wants to focus to show you. Oh, that is really high definition on my fingers. I don't know if I want you all up in that. We'll move that back a little bit. So, Gypsy Rose, like we know, has been released from prison, is a very well-known case, and she's on parole 7 out of 10 years, and she's been thrown into the world of the world again. But more specifically, has been thrown into the whirlwind of mainstream media and thrown into so many different opinions here and there. And I remember there was something that was said, which was basically along the lines of, y'all are expecting Gypsy Rose to come out of prison and be an influencer. And this is a big problem because, first of all, that concept really was only up and coming whenever Gypsy Rose went into prison, like 2014, 2015, I think it was, or maybe 2016, either way, right? And a lot of people were, in the meme of, 10 days until our queen is free and all these different things, it all stemmed from a place of being happy for Gypsy Rose that she was finally getting to live her life, and a lot of people here involved in those memes and the online things, including myself, they all stem from a place of thinking she got done wrong by the justice system and just being happy for her. But a lot of people were expecting her to have a social media presence, and a lot of people were saying it's ridiculous that you're expecting that. So when Gypsy Rose came out of prison, she has had a very, very, very strong social media presence. I think Gypsy Rose is posting at the same magnitude that some of your favorite influencers are. And she is, engaging in comment sections the same way your favorite influencers were. And there are so many eyes on her right now that basically anything Gypsy Rose does is not only being talked about and going viral on social media, but is being talked about in the mainstream. And there's something that has happened last night that we're going to talk about now. And the public response to it kind of has there's an issue here for me that I want to know your thoughts on, but I fear that with Gypsy Rose, the mainstream media is pushing her into a similar category of that we've seen from the likes of like Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan, Britney Spears. Please don't laugh at me when I say that, but the intense media pressure that was put on these women in the media in the 2000s, and even still to this day, and there are so many others in the list, it pushed them so much and put them so under a microscope that anything they did was really ridiculed, and then punished them for being that way, and then it pushed them into these boundaries and bad situations that then the media, at the person's expense, made so much money off of. And I feel that that's what's happening with Gypsy Rose right now, where people were watching Britney Spears' every move. And then when Britney Spears got tired of people watching her every move or pushing her to act in a certain way, she acted out. And Britney Spears got put in the conservatorship. And with Lindsay Lohan, it was going to jail. Or Paris Hilton, it was, being in jail as well for possession of things and stuff. The media just had these lenses on. And I hope people don't think I'm sounding ridiculous here. But let's get to what's happening and then talk about why I think this. So Gypsy Rose responded to the fact that her husband, Ryan, has been getting flooded on his social medias with people saying that he looks like Dee Dee, a lot of people saying that they don't trust him, a lot of people body shaming him, a lot of people making fun of his looks and his appearance, and just, it's been pretty harsh on his social media. And Gypsy responded to it and said, "Ryan, don't listen to the haters. I love you and you love me. We do not owe anyone anything. Our family is who matters. If you get likes and good comments, great. And if you get hate, then whatever, because they don't matter. I love you. Besides, they jealous." Sorry, it's going to be so hard to read this next part. "Because they jealous because you are rocking my world every night." Yeah, I said it. The D The D is fire. Fire emoji. Happy wife. Happy life. No. Gypsy Rose, I am so happy for you. Again, one more time from the top. Ryan, don't listen to the haters. I love you and you love me. We do not owe anyone anything. Our family is who matters. If you get, sorry, I just know what's coming up. If you get likes, great. If you get hate, then whatever, they don't matter. I love you. Besides, they jealous because you are rocking my world every night. Yeah, I said it. The D is fire. Happy wife. I'm like tearing up from trying to hold it in. Happy wife, happy life. We'll dissect that in a second. So Ryan responds, oh, forgot about this part. Who said I give a damn about what these jealous people say anyway? Haha. Now come get it, baby. Ooh. Sexy. Sexy. Now, aside from the just horny on main, there is a deeper issue with this. And I know it's weird to dissect a message that's like, the D is fire, you're rocking my world. First of all, can't believe that Gypsy Rose has been in prison for 7 years and is getting more dick than me. But that's besides the point. Why is Gypsy Rose getting her world rocked every night and I am not? Seriously, do I need to go to prison for 7 years to get that fire D? Might have to consider it. Now, at the time of this, it had 45,000 likes. And this is a comment, which is insane for just a comment on an Instagram photo to get, right? Now, this was posted a day ago. So it has basically double the amount of likes, actually like triple the amount of likes now. And there are so many viral tweets about Gypsy Rose getting her world rocked, Gypsy Rose saying that the D is fire, all these different things. And it's kind of became this meme online now, right? And obviously, we've talked about the fact that a lot to do with Gypsy Rose has kind of been this like communal, nice meme. Like it hasn't been mean, or it hasn't been, you know, it's not coming from a negative place. Like the people like counting down her coming out of prison and putting like a Beyonce song over it. It was people being like, our queen is going to be free, right? They were the memes. The memes are now turning into people being like, whoa, like this is crazy for her to be posting online. And people are now following and her every move and posting it, and it's becoming this viral moment, and then she's responding to it, and then that's going viral, and then she's saying something that's like a little bit, you know, like, oh my goodness, like what we just read, or her husband saying like, I'm gonna rock your world, come get it, baby, like you're commenting this, and then that's going viral, and then they're responding to that and being like, well, now why are we getting hate? And it's like, it's turned into this thing where the memes have gone from lighthearted, like supportive, to people being like, what the fuck? Like, this is, we're watching it, what are we watching unfold here? Like, and it's interesting because for so many people who were saying that, oh, she's not going to come on social media. And again, it's totally her prerogative what she does. Like, I fully stand by her and I support her in everything. And you know that. A lot of people were saying that she's not going to have this presence on social media, and now she is, and people are kind of abusing it. And the conversation I wanted to have was, what are the expectations for Gypsy Rose? Because if Gypsy Rose continues to be provoked on social media, so much so that people are like bullying her husband or bringing like her mother up, like looks like her husband, there's going to be a time when Gypsy Rose is going to say something on social media that is not going to be that liked, or says something on social media that is maybe not what you should say on social media. And again, this is someone who's still coming to the terms with the new media. And I just kind of wonder what the expectations are and what happens then, because people are looking at Gypsy Rose like an influencer right now. So does that mean that the same morals for saying something bad online apply to Gypsy Rose? Or, and I just don't know where we go from here, because her name has been trending on Twitter for the past couple days, but so intensely trending last night because people were like, holy shit, she's posting about her sex life. And those are going viral, and then she's responding to them. It feels like this, what I said with like Britney and Lindsay and Paris and these like females in the industry, where people continue provoking them and the person continues responding, which would be a normal thing if people are talking about you and you responding to it. But it happens so much with these females in the industry, which I guess Gypsy Rose is a part of now, and they ended up snapping, as any sane person would. And in the 2000s, when Britney reacted to being provoked, she was called crazy. She was locked away. She was put in a conservatorship. She lost the rights to her life. And that was what her family did. And so you can draw parallels with Gypsy Rose's life up until now. And I just fear that history is repeating itself. I mean, we have paparazzi following Gypsy Rose. We have, media trying to like buy stories on her life right now. We have people, the intense microscope on her life in the media is reminding me very much so of that. And I want to know if I sound out of line or crazy by saying that, because I'm comparing Gypsy Rose to like these pop icons of the 2000s who the media tormented. But I don't necessarily think it's that ridiculous to insinuate that maybe it's not happening now, but it's starting to happen with Gypsy Rose. And I don't know if people know or fully understand the ramifications of what can happen if they continue provoking someone like support Gypsy Rose and do all this, but if you're actively trying to, get her upset or actively trying to get her angry by coming at her family and coming at her husband and stuff, she is going to react as a normal person would, but she now has this umbrella of being a social media person, which is like interesting and like probably what none of us were thinking was going to happen. That it's like, how does that tie into the fact that she's still on parole and she's still kind of being closely watched, but she's like, I don't know what advice Gypsy Rose got when she was in jail for the transition period into life. And someone commented and was like, oh, like, I hope in prison they taught her, different things or helped her in a way of kind of adjusting into quote unquote normal life again. And I was like, that's all well and good, right? Like, oh, they're helping her adjust into normal life. But Gypsy Rose is not living a normal life right now, being chased by paparazzi, having stories sold about you, having, this is not anything you do goes viral. This is not adjusting to normal life. So I highly doubt that Gypsy Rose has gotten advice on this. And I highly doubt that Gypsy Rose has a PR manager. Like, she just got released from prison. What, her first thing is hiring a management team? I doubt it. This social media presence is probably stemming from her family, her husband's family, telling her that it's probably the best, for promoting her book and documentary and stuff. But I just fear that this woman has very likely gotten very minimal advice on what to do. And I think that the internet are now taking it too far. And this is someone who engaged in the memes before she got released. And I'm now like, as well, like, okay, like, I see this is going down a path of like, and whenever she posted this, I remember responding to it on Twitter and I was like, that's the dream. Like, making a joke of like the fact that like that D is fire. But then after that, because that went viral, she's then responding to people that are saying that she's doing too much or whatever. So then I was like, wow, I need to actually not engage with this. Not that just me engaging with something or not engaging with something changes something, but I was like, morally, I now feel wrong engaging with her social media, because am I contributing to something that is hard for anyone to work through, never mind someone who's been locked away for 7 years? I just hope that she has a good support system around her. And it feels bizarre to say this, but I hope that she gets a manager or like PR manager, because I fear that the media are going to push her so much that she says something unprovoked on social media. And she has this umbrella of, people are watching your every move now. I just want to come on here and talk about that. Like, at surface level, reading about her getting absolutely fucking railed by her husband is funny. But then the way that the media is now taking this, and then her responding to the media, am I crazy for thinking that like this isn't a good path that like collectively we're going down? Let me know. Let's talk about it. If I'm overthinking it, let me know. It's something that's been on my mind all day, and I want to just sit down here casually and talk about it really quick for a couple minutes. Let me know. We'll talk about it. I may be completely out of line and overthinking it, but I don't think I am. Let's talk about it down below, and we'll go from there. Okay, goodbye.